Hi guys, I'm Swoley and I'm Resident Evil 2 2019 Claire A Standard speedrunner. When I was learning the game, I couldn't find many tutorials on the different boss fights, so I decided that I'd put together a few tutorials which covers G1 to 4 and the various strats for each fight. I'll be doing some tutorials on other aspects of the game which can be found in a link in the description below, and that will take you to a playlist. Let me start off by saying I'm not a god tier speedrunner of this game, but I do run it pretty much every day, and I'd like to think that I've got a respectable time. So I'd also like to think that the knowledge that I can pass on is helpful. Just a bit of advice, I would set up some practice saves for each boss fight if you haven't already done so. Right, so we're just about to come up to the first boss fight. Once Claire approaches this corner, you want to do a quick turn around the corner. If, like me, you need to drop your image quality to make sure you're maintaining 120 FPS throughout the fight, then now's the time to go into the menu and do so. It's important that you maintain 120 frames per second throughout the flight, as the knife is tied to the frame rate, therefore the higher the frames, the faster the kill. Right, so once the fight's started, you want to get yourself in position between his big right arm and his right leg. Once you've got yourself into this position, you want to look down with your camera and get yourself in roughly the position shown on screen now. When you're in this position, that's when you want to start slashing with the knife. Once you've started slashing the knife, you want to try and ensure that the back end of the swing is constantly hitting G1. The reason behind this is that more damage is done at the back end of the swing. About 6 or 7 slashes into the fight, G1's going to start turning round to his right. At this point, you want to try and reposition yourself and get as many knife slashes to his head as shown in the still shot. Once he's rotated 360, you want to try your best to get back into the original position and keep slashing through his crotch area. Now hopefully, after about 15 or 16 slashes, he should be defeated. It takes on average about 15-16 slashes, however it can take more. The optimal is 14, but you need to have some really meaty slashes to be able to get that. Once the fight has ended, skip the cutscene and remember to increase your image quality back to 100%, otherwise your run will be invalid. So that's it for G1. He's down, defeated, and you can move on to the kennel lickers. As I said at the top of the video, I will be doing tutorials for G2, 3 and 4, links of which you can find in the description below. I also stream 3 to 4 times a week, of which my Twitch link you can find in the description below. Feel free to drop in any time and ask any questions, as I'm more than willing to help anyone out who pops in. If you also have any comments about the video that you've just seen, please feel free to leave a comment in the section below, and I'll happily get back to you as soon as possible. So keep practicing, and this fight should become very, very easy very, very quickly. Next, on to G2. See you soon.